What you guys saying? Speci here. I've been on a massive losing streak in the last day or so, and I'm a bit sick of Skellige. This deck was not performing well against Skellige overall. I've ditched Offering, Moment of Silence, but the power of the deck is much better. I think it's better in a long round 3, and that's very important because it's very, very difficult to actually 2-0 Skellige with this deck. It just wasn't quite working. A lot of decks you can 2-0 with Revenants by using Hensel if you've got Romvid, but Skellige just wasn't happening. So we needed to mix it up and sort of work more towards a long round 3. Row Punish doesn't work against Skellige, so the main option we've got is this Vissegerd. Obviously just an unbelievably powerful card if you can get value off of him, but you're fully relying off of Voymir to do so. So, can mean you're a little bit awkward with some hands in round 1 and 2. Don't be afraid to mulligan Vissegerd in early rounds and just hopefully draw him later. But I feel like it just gives you that edge over Skellige to have the potential of winning in a long round 3, rather than trying to win round 1 and then trying to win 2-0 and then just forfeiting because it doesn't happen, because it was just, that's what was happening with me. A big problem we had previously was Draug inconsistency of too many humans dying and the Draug just being quite lackluster. We've hopefully combated that with the inclusion of one single card, the Smoke 'em Out, which has also got a bit of synergy with Vissegerd, and you can also play it off Triss. So it's a 6-point card that's going to play 2 soldiers, or 2 humans, more importantly. And off Triss, that's playing for 10 points, and if you put them in the back row, that's 3 humans in 1 turn. If you compare that to a Dahlia, you can do something similar with the Dahlia and Vanguards, but with Vanguards, you've got to include all these 6 provision cards and reinforcements and a Dahlia, whereas with Triss, you've got the option of going for those Smoke 'em Out if you're really struggling for Draug targets, but if you're fine, you can just take that Forbidden Magic and maybe you want to take that Hensel of a Revenant. So Triss is a super flexible card in this list, really solid in round 3, and yeah, got a nice bit of synergy with Vissegerd as well, and can just open up that Hensel for you, as well as open up your Draug. So I really like Triss in this. Also, I think it's really important to have as many Forbidden Magics as possible, but when you run 2 vanilla Forbidden Magics, it can really let you down in round 3 with your mulligans. You've already got Bomb Heaver, you've already got some dodgy cards like 4 provision bronze cards you don't want. As soon as you're throwing Forbidden Magic in there as well, it just becomes super awkward. So rather than running loads of these 5 provision cards like double Smoke 'em Out, double Magic, we are heavy on our bronze package of 4s, and it just allows us to include cards like Triss, Vissegerd, etc. And I think that's much, much better for the deck. Still rocking the Aneromancy because it's nice to play Ronvid from. It could be worth trying to ditch Aneromancy and running John the Tarless, because again, he's a soldier, Ronvid will come out, he's a human, adds to your Draug row. But I think Aneromancy is just too important because you're going to end up running John and ADC, and that seems kind of sketchy, not going to lie. I've elected to still go for 2 Revenants. That's just going to mean you've got a guaranteed Hensel off a Revenant. They're just going to be always the cards you're looking to mulligan. If you're looking to play the best Northern Realms deck this season, this ain't it. Okay, that would be Uprising. But if you're like me, you like mixing up a bit, you like having fun, and you still want to do well, like this deck can easily get you to pro rank, no questions asked. Give it a go, man. Why not? I know a lot of you guys enjoy this deck as much as I do. Adder, not something you see every day. In theory, should be a terrible matchup for us if they've got lots of removal, as I play lots and lots of engines, but we shall see. Bomb Heaver, not going to be of much use here, so that can go. I've got my Assault, and I don't want 2 frigates in my hand, to be honest. Go. Go. Cool. We missed the Revenants, which is always nice. Never want these cards in your hand in round 1. So, first play, probably just going to be an Assault or a frigate. We'll see what he does. He goes for a Guard of the Royal variety.
If the kingdom aren't ahead, I'll give him yours.
There is also the option of just not using this Assault. Because then if my opponent tries to bleed me in round 2, it's a big decision if you use Assault. Like, my hand's pretty bad. I think I'll just go for it, man. He's not played his Assault. If he played his Assault, I'd maybe not. Because he hasn't, I think this gives me a slight advantage. The back row or front row is important. I'm going to go front row. I'm glad I checked, because Mauler's front, and also this card. If you put this card in the back row, often it's just going to get removed. So don't greed on this card too hard in certain matchups. Like, I think I just want to be able to put this down and get instant bleed value. because also he could threaten the parts with the tactical advantage or something like that. He knows my bleed now is not going to be that effective in round 2 because I played my assault. I'm not going to want to play... What? Are we playing against Berza? Are we playing... You can tell my MMR has tanked a wee bit. It's got a Caraxity Guard. Am I playing against Berza, the turn 1 leader? That's Berza's favourite move. I've just lost for words. Do I just forfeit? Hey guys, if you're watching, don't do that. Especially if you're going first. maybe do it if you're going second. Probably not. Definitely don't do it if you're going first. This guy has to win the round now. We can just stay in this round for a little bit and hopefully get out some good cards from him. Like, he's invested leader. He has to win the round. Didn't see that one coming. The AA doing his job, getting out leader apparently. Also tells us he's got no like heat wave in his hand. No Iron Sis, because he could have just Iron Sissed me if he had that. If he was to Iron Sis me, I'd be happy with it as well. Like if he was to have... Obviously I'm more happy he's gone for leader. Wow. John Natalis as well. My opponent is not messing around here. He's going to play his AA too. Wow. On a Tridem Infantry. Interesting. That is for sure. I'm just going to keep playing a few cards. I'll probably put Romvid down now. But like, I'm just playing 4 provision cards. I'm hopefully just getting some better stuff from him. I wonder if this is Maimon's list from the Open. I actually watched Maimon play this deck. I also think it could be Radia, because I know Maimon has been playing that recently. Shoot Radia with I think Shoot, I don't know. But it runs Triss, Telekinesis. So obviously I'm just going to pass now. This is perfect timing to get Romvid down. Very happy with the round. Leader's gone. He's used 1 AA. I have as well. That's fine. And his leader's gone. I got Romvid down. Cool. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Should be very difficult for us to lose this game here, but you know. You never know. Especially if he's got one-eyed Betsy, like I have a feeling he might. I kick the frigate because it just plays into oil value. One-eyed Betsy takes it out as well. I want to call it in for A. And he is pushing us here, which is a little bit scary. This is a game where this situation, smoke him out's probably just going to come in clutch. Now, there's a bit of a decision to make in terms of what do I do? Do I try and answer this? Do I like start pinging it down? And the answer is always just play your own. Front or back, back or front. I think front's better. Pretty much expecting this to die very quickly. One-eyed Betsy to come in maybe. He also wants to zap a soldier. Okay, so it gets heat waved. This is where, like, if you look at this hand, I'm really going to struggle without this smoke come out. My Draug's going to really struggle. Romvid landing in the back row is beautiful for us. And we play the Mauler here because I just want to be able to answer whatever soldier he puts down. So having some floating damage is really good. He could Iron Sis, but it still doesn't set up his frigate. Muzzle. It will go this side, thankfully, so it still doesn't set this up. Again, I want some floating damage down. I'll set up a 1 just in case we get a Revenant chance later on. And we've still got that damage floating down on the board. Egmont, unfortunately not a card I can actually kill with my Ballista Sheila combo here.
I fight for him, bleed for him, yet what do I get?
I've no interest in politics.
So he's obviously just going to use the 3 damage off Egmont here anyway, so not great. Not great. We might get forced into using leader here. Eggman's still chilling. holding on. He uses Egmont here. This is also like an argument whether you could include quite many knights, but the mulligans just get so awkward with revenants. I've got Raw Guard Hensel. So I think I'm just supposed to play this front row, right? And then I've got it with Raw Guard Hensel. This could show him... He could get a... whatever you call it. Revenant. Roseye. Wow. Bled the wrong card, I guess. Jeez Louise. I think I might have bled the wrong card. Just a feeling. Smoke him out. Much needed. If he passes here, I'll probably lose. If he plays, I maybe win. I get the Draug with revs. One-eyed Betsy. Okay, we're just going to go for it now. Massively lackluster Draug still, but it is what it is, isn't it? We should go into the last round though, on even. And I would say I've got a better gold pool to draw from than him. He overstayed his welcome in this round. You can see where the smoke come out does definitely come in. Could honestly maybe even just do with two of them. Pretty reasonable. They're never bad, really. Give you that Vissegerd value. Triss. Valabor. Bar. The Revenant's also fine here. I could go for a Triss. Go for this though. Okay, so I could Triss now. We know there's an oil, a crow's eye, forbidden magic, and the smoke 'em out, which we actually find. Let's go. He who dares wins. 6-point Triss, not bad when there's nothing on the board. A lot of the time your Triss here would just be bad. You'd play it for like 9 points, so this is good. I think I really like this card actually. The more I think about it. I wonder if we just try and jam 2 of these still. The Guard of Karak. Pretty sure he can't kill this. Yeet Wave's gone. So, yeah, does look like we just about got it. You can see the downside of this deck though. If you get bled and you miss some of your cards in round 2, it can be a real struggle. Yeah, unfortunately, opponent, I was going to say count as my Vissy, but that's just not true either. And we get a nice win. The smoke 'em out coming in real clutch, let's be honest. 2 of them really could be the vibe, but it's pretty much impossible to fit that in with everything else. So I do kind of like this list. I think it might be as close to as final as you can get it. It does struggle though, certainly if you get bled. That's a big weakness of it. Let's play one more here. The smoke 'em out, you could strongly argue won us that game because it made our Draug like half reasonable enough to win, and it also helped our round 3 quite a bit as well. I obviously did top deck really well there, but it's because I had so many golds in my deck. I think there was pretty good chances. The Forbidden Magic's great in round 1. I think Frigates against Skellige you just keep in your hand. Voymir is just a good card, but do you really want him in this opening hand? Maybe not. It's a lot of gold cards. Skellige's never going to pass. I actually kind of like both frigates in hand. I don't want to hit a Revenant or a Bomb Heaver, so we'll stop here. I always just start like with a Mauler. This is why pretty much I love the magic. You can start with a Mauler and threaten most things on his side of the board. As you can see. Of course, you've got the option of Triss on that as well. And Triss, even though you don't have that oil, almost every single deck runs Eternally Just, a Stunning Blow, an oil, a Rebuke. I don't think there's any decks really that don't run any like damage cards. Sometimes Syndicate, but a lot of the time Syndicate even uses Assaults, which is 4 removal. Bit scared of the potential Blood Eagle on this. Yep, we always know that's going to get Stunning Blowed, so we just eat it up. Round 1, fine. As I say, a bit scared of the potential Blood Eagle on this. I'm going to do that. Make him work a bit harder for it. Doesn't have to work very hard for it. He just plays a Skirmisher and gets RNGesus. But yeah, the frigates are dead, but the Stunning Blows are gone, which is great for our revs. These should see pretty much full value now. He has the Blood Eagle here, so I just wanted to make sure I move the Revenant. Like, even though he's going to probably get quite a lot of tempo now. I was going to say I've got the option of Falibor on this. I don't really want to take it though. Fortunately, no 3 damage. So, I think there's only one play here. It's this. I never plan on pushing into round 2 against Skellige. It just doesn't really work with this deck that much. So I'm going to Neuromancy AA Ronvid for tempo. Doesn't also eliminate the possibility of me pushing into the next round, but... I could Stunning Blow this. Okay, hopefully this is my out. Again, Triss, don't put your own oil in. You get it from your opponent. And I think the Smoke 'em Out just makes Triss. I think, you know, you're going to have some sort of damage card. You've got a Smoke 'em Out and a Forbidden Magic. She just becomes really flexible. I really do enjoy it. There's some merit to playing Baron. Like, the Blaze of Glory decks really run great swords. This is the problem with SK. They just keep slamming cards. If you go first, it's just a nightmare. Got it. Big surprise, we lose round 1 to SK. When going first, because they can just play cards and keep playing cards and play no provisions and they'll still be ahead. That's all good. Obviously, like, frigates and his Stunning Blows is all trade for like a lot of points on his side. We'll keep the Bomb Heaver because he should pass here, you would anticipate. Unless we're playing against someone that doesn't play by the rules, he'll pass. I play my Bomb Heaver. Okay. And here goes a long round 3-ish, longish round 3, 7 cards. With Harold to deal with. Obviously it's a Blaze of Glory deck. Not Second Wind, but he didn't really play anything big round 1. Okay, we drew really well. We've got Draug, thankfully, for a Nero. We've got a Revenant, if we want it, through AA. My only first play here is going to be a Revenant. And you can see, like, the lack of humans you've got as well can definitely be an issue. Excuse me. Which is where the Smoke 'em Out does definitely come in useful with Triss, too. I would anticipate Blaze of Glory to kill the Revenant and something else to kill the Revenant here. Unfortunately, this whole strategy shut down by these sorts of leaders like Adder and Blood Money, where you're playing 2 engines at once because their leader can answer it. Most decks cannot answer this combo immediately. Harold probably on the damage by 3. And Blaze of Glory on the Rev. He lets this one live, which is, I want to say curious, but I would just say bad, actually. If that's okay, if that's not too rude. So yeah, Draug definitely dodgy in this deck at the best of times, which is where the Smoke 'em Out can come in useful. Unfortunately, don't have access to it. It's a shorter round than we would have liked. Maybe I should have passed sooner in round 1. I think I committed maybe too many gold cards, like Triss could have stayed. Triss would have been really nice in this hand. I would have... Yeah, I think I probably underestimated the value of Triss. Because she's like my big swarm card. 3 in 1. I know why I did it, but... I was always going to lose that round. Is how I was supposed to look at that one.
Women, children, elders, spare none.
My studies are more important than this.
Okay. So he will just kill this. He'll Blood Eagle. And then he'll kill this. Yeah, don't commit your Triss round 1 against SK is the lesson from this one. Don't do it. I thought it was gonna still work. Got ya.
We shall avenge Kalapa. Fight, bang, kill!
Do that. My opponent should not still have this Revenant being alive. He's misplayed pretty horribly.
Your skull will make a fine tanker.
Gonna Draug now. Hold on to Baron. Opponent's playing it really badly. The Voymir timing's really important. We want a Voymir now before he like Hemdals or Wild Boars us.
Back where you belong, with your wenches and your wains.
Still not using leader, which is really weird.
First to make it noise is first on the win.
And then Baron might just be a back row play for value. It's going to make Romvid come out too. So you can see the power you've got with this deck in the long run. You can also see the utility Vissegerd gives you. I could slam him at the end for extra points, or I just used him to remove an engine and get a Revenant still alive. Opponent has definitely not played it well. He should have killed my Revenant on the first play, and I would have no Revenants here. I'd have this one. He's going to be played Shooter. I have to back row Baron here because I have no reset value, unfortunately.
Gather my men.
We'll kill Romvid. And we'll just damage something. And Fortunately, we actually managed to win. Voymir, really important for that round 3 against SK. Opponent did not play it well. I think what I did wrong was committing that Triss. I do think the smoke amount of Triss is kind of a bit of a game changer for this deck. Gives you a lot of flexibility, and I think getting Vissegerd in as well. I think 2 would be nice, but having that option of the Forbidden Magic is just too good to say no to, I think. And as I say, that Triss should almost always have a stunning blow or something of that nature from your opponent's deck. Crime Syndicate, by the looks of it. A deck I am going to be recording a deck guide for very shortly. We'll be going up soon. I think I've got a really nice list for this. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, it sucks against Skellige. So I was getting a bit frustrated playing it in the end because I just kept losing to SK. So this could be Romvid. We need to win round 1, so I don't really want to AA for Romvid. Nice, lads. What a man. I don't want to hit Revenants. Let's stop. So, Portal, first play. Ooh, Devotion, probably. Okay, not what you see every day. I like it, I like it. Not spending. This is an interesting card. Maybe I should use this more often. Not spending is quite an interesting idea with bloody good funds. Gives you 6 removal. Ah. I've been playing no Portal today. This guy's not playing Portal either, but I'd imagine it's Devotion. Definitely want to play this front row because I don't want to put these at the back because I'll just die most likely. Obviously, every soldier I play probably dies. So Romvid could actually be a nice first one to put down there because he probably survives. The Fallen Knight coming in. I like this play with the Eternal Fire Disciple and the Fallen Knight. That's a really heads up play, not going to lie. He is investing a leader charge as well though. Which is not that heads up. Pretty weird. I like this though. It is heads up. Yeah, fair play to my opponent. I respect it. I respect it a lot. I'm going to play Romvid because he probably just wants to start slamming down removal cards here. So I'm not going to play this Mauler. I'm not going to play the Magic. Magical is always good in this one. I do like this play, the Eternal Fire Discipline. Spending it after the Fallen Knight's already down. I might try that in my Congregate list that I'm going to be filming after this video. Verco coming in maybe for Justice. Yep. Which is good for us because this Fallen Knight already is a lot of points that we're going to struggle to deal with. He doesn't have 2 Salamanders, so I'm not scared of this getting removed. Do a bit of bleeding. We're not going to win this round, but we're just trying to get some more good cards out of my opponent. We've got a Leader Charge, a Fallen Knight, Justice, Bank. Very good cards, all of them here. So obviously he's looking for that Bank into a bloody good fund. Does he find it? That's the Tavern Brawl instead. Sure. A very good card against us. I've committed absolutely nothing. I could pass, but I could just dump down this Mauler, which is always going to get answered by an Assault anyway. May as well. We just trade our bronze card that always gets removed for his bronze card that always kills it, but also buffs up his engines. Wow, you're going to pass. He passed, guys. That wasn't in the script, not going to lie. Pretty sure I was supposed to hit this. Almost through.
Interesting.
Oh! Nice. I give up Sheila. And half an AA. I get Romvid down, importantly. Yep, cool. He uses Tavern Brawl. He uses Justice. He uses a Fallen Knight. He's used Leader Charge. I've got Fallible to get through his thingamajigger. I've got almost everything I want. Triss would be good. Baron. There's Triss and Baron I want, really. Just one of them. I can't really complain too much then. Look, playing against Congregate in a long round, very scary, not gonna lie. Yeah, this card's the vibe. I've been using the Cleric of the Flaming Rose. Maybe I just downgrade it to these two and then I get 2 provisions elsewhere. I really want to try and fit Luisa Savola into the Syndicate deck I've been playing. I've been playing it without Portal, which this guy's doing too. Do we have intel on if he's Devotion or not? Looks like Devotion with Bank. We could keep this and call in a Frigate, so let's do that. This is actually just good for getting through. Oh. Okay. I lose out on the Frigate. Maybe I should have mulliganed slightly differently. I missed Triss or Baron. This is still going to be important though for my Draug because he's going to shut me down pretty easily here. He goes Azar first. Or Ulrich. This is definitely Baron. He doesn't even bother with Azar. And it is Devotion, confirmed. I mean, he's got a lot of points, I'll be honest. What we want to be careful of doing is not removing any of his units. We just want to let him fill up, basically. And I want to do this straight away as well. Normally I just play these all in the same row, but I'm just accepting one of these is going to die, probably this one anyway. He probably wants to put another Fallen Knight down first, to be honest. He'll play his other Fallen Knight and then use double leader charge.
In the Order's name, I confiscate these goods.
Hmm.
The traitors will pay for what they did. For this most beautiful of maidens, I shall fight 100 duels.
Definitely worth killing. Not going to be able to kill the next one. Ah! 2 damage with Vissegerd, 2 damage with Revenants. He'll use the charges. This is why I think 1 Fallen Knight is the vibe. I mean, with Ulrich, it still makes sense. Okay, he calls in a Azar. So maybe he's just baited me into using my Fallible. I mean, he has baited me into using it, but maybe a good effect. My decision not to row stack these Revenants, looking pretty dodgy, not gonna lie. And he's actually got enough for senior as well. Damn. Respect. How did he get these coins? He used the +1 scribe to get it. 1 point carryover. I like it, I like it. Obviously this is Baron. I would like to Voymir first. So yeah, I think we're going to Voymir first. I should be able to clean up. Obviously if I Vissegerd now, I still kill one of these. I guess I can Voymir later. I think it's better to just kill one now. I have 3 damage. Gotta be correct. Again, I'm regretting not putting these all in the back row. I would have filled up my back row by now. Is he going to lock the Rev at the front here? He is. Smoke him out, seeming a bit dodgy. But I would imagine he's got a handful of removal cards. We need to be careful of Dyer's Array, so we should actually kill these rather than worry about him overfilling. Just shut him down. Probably should stop spawning Revenants at this point. 3, 6, 8. Maybe we should have stopped already, I don't know. 2 crime cards in 1 turn. Nice. The final evolution of Jax. Card I do not see very often. I play as a second evolution quite a bit though. In danger of overfilling ever so slightly here. Definitely clicked the Revenant too many times, but I'm also anticipating him to remove one of my cards. At some point, I beg, please remove some of my cards. I don't even have any special cards. Dies array. Come on, kill all my cards, please. Please. Thank you. What a gentleman. So I should Triss first, because otherwise Romvid's going to come in and that makes things awkward. Oh my god, almost. Oh my god, bloody good fun kills it. I've misplayed, guys. I think I've thrown the game. Pretty sure I've just thrown. Yeah, it's good. We're fine. There's 3 coins you can't spend. I actually like this guy's deck. I just don't think it's necessarily a gold deck. And this is why you use Voymir. It's just stupid. The finish is just an outrageous play. So don't do what I do and overfill. Be very careful of not doing that. But that's what you're looking to do with this deck, and the smoke amount really does help you do it. And I think you can see as well, if you imagine if I've got the Vanguards there, it's just going to be too much. With Adalia, like, it's too much. One smoke them out, some take you be like, yeah, okay, I'm going to overfill, let me mulligan it, and you've got the option with Triss. And there's going to be other games you're like, bang, I've got the smoke them out. So I'm really happy with this list. I've really enjoyed it. I should probably move where I am. Yeah, I think the games I played with it in the episode today, you can probably see it's pretty solid. Didn't play against the best opponents by any stretch, but I'm going to be playing some more of this, and then I'm going to maybe transfer, if I can't climb super high, to some Viraxis Uprising, because I am aiming to finish this season in the top 64 players in Pro Rank, as that is going to allow me to participate in a qualifier to get in a Gwent Open. And imagine Specimen at a Gwent Open, that would be something, wouldn't it? So obviously I'll update you with how that's going. If you are intrigued in watching me climb, it'll be on my Twitch channel. So I'm going to be playing Northern Realms. I'm going to be playing Skellige. And probably Nilfgaard as well. Yeah. I'm going to be uploading tomorrow morning. I'm going to record it now, a Syndicate deck guide, because I think it's a winner. Very similar to the deck we just saw, not playing Devotion. Do you think my list is better? It just struggles against SK. But I'm going to play around with the deck builder and hopefully try and crack that a little bit now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice one.